Okay, guys, it's 5 p.m. And you know what time that is, right? It is the time for Usapan Retro. Usapan Retro, if you guys don't know, is the number one and only retro boomer video game, anime, movies, comic books. Like, it's basically all we talk about is things that your titos and your moms and dads, stuff that they like, but a lot of it is stuff that you like as well because you're here and you're watching us. But yeah, so this is Usapan Retro. What's up, Ray? How you doing today, man?
Man, it's good. What's good to everyone out there? It's really great to be on the show, especially with fellow boomers, so that we can talk about old people's stuff, like arcades, where you actually had to go and play next to people. And if you talked, a whole bunch of mess to them, you were going to get hit.
Yeah,
None of this like online.
We were doing that earlier today. We actually had so the office we opened up the studio today so that the management team and some of the key personnel that are in the studio, we're everyone because everyone that has to go to the studio, everyone has to get their COVID test. So we had a rapid testing lab inside the studio. But I also had left my Famicom Classic, Super Famicom Classic, and my
Nice.
PlayStation Classic there. And so
Nice.
Ige was up there, and Ige was there, like working everybody on the Tekken 3 on the PS1.
Wow. All right.
But we busted out the Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo.
There you go.
Running court, you dude. Don't mess with the Phil Am. The Phil Am Asian kid that's 40 years old on Street Fighter, dude. We know what.
No, never. Street Fighter 2 and below. Street Fighter 2, Turbo and Alpha below. That's us.
Alpha and below.
Yep. Don't come at.
A little bit of third strike.
None of that. But Alpha and below, that's us. We run that.
Yeah. So, in fact, I just on my Switch, I did just buy I hate buying digital copies, but I did buy a digital copy of the Street Fighter 24, the 25th anniversary collection. Is it 25th or 25th now?
Yeah, it's old. It's old.
Yeah,
it's old like us.
Yeah, so I did buy a copy of that. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Actually, I got something to show off.
All right. I have a feeling I know what this is, crowd. So I'm not gonna ruin the suspense. Question is Japanese, international, American?
All right, here it is, dude. We're gonna talk about this later, but I wanted to show it to Ray. The source of so many fights in kids' homes. Bam.
Yes. Classics.
Throwing
up nothing but classics.
Yeah, that's guys, you guys will never know. Actually, it's like, okay, man, because it's like I don't know, like the last time I did online gaming was actually when Call of Duty was at its heyday.
Yep.
And it's just like, man, these kids, dude, they say the most outlandish stuff, dude. But we'll save that for later. We'll save that.
I can't even look. I'm going to say that there was a beta that was released recently from a very famous game publisher that won't go out because I got to work with them and everything. But I got on, man, and I mean, wow! Like, you got to be one of like 500 people trying this thing, and you dropping N bombs in the lobby, just like going ham, just ham, and I'm just like. I know you can't see me. I know you don't know that you're personally offending me right now. But like, I hit the mute so quick, and I was just like, man, I wish, because nobody would have walked up into an arcade, seen a 6'3", 240+ dude like me, and then just been dropping M-bombs right next to him while warming up on a game. Like, that's not a thing.
Dude. Online gamers are so brazen.
They are a confident bunch.
Oh, we got to give a shout out to Triskelion Jones here, aka Lester. He's also a gamer, aspiring to get on that pro level. So I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna love who Ray is, and we're gonna go hit that. Actually, yeah, here we go. We hit that 505 mark.
Thanks.
Thank you for everybody that's here already. Like I said, welcome. This is usually where I cut and do the intro, actually. So I'm gonna redo it again. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome to Usapan Retro. It is the most popular and only boomer video game related show on Kumu here at 5 p.m. We also have a Spotify channel. You know why? Because I can. And we also have a YouTube channel. You know why? Because I can. And that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Shout out to my producer. Shout out to my producer Nadine in the background. She produced this awesome cup of coffee. You want to say hi, Nadine? Say hi. All right, guys. I have a special guest. Actually, this is like a really special. Every guest I have has been special, but this is a special guest because he's calling in live from Singapore right now.
Yeah.
We have Mr. Sir Ray Cockfield in the house. What's up, Ray?
Thank you very much, Angelo. It's a pleasure to be on the show. What's good, everybody? I am Ray Cockfield. So I'm the CEO of Yup.gg. Most recently, before that, I was head of Twitch Asia Pacific. So if you are all about that stream game, the content creation game, everything, check out Yup.gg. We are here to basically do something really good for you, make you more money. So just roll with that.
Okay, I'm gonna. You know what? Because I have this thing, I could throw banners. I'm gonna put it up here.
Nice.
Hit up. What should I say? Pro gamers.
No,
gamers?
anybody who makes content around gaming. We got everyone.
All right. You got content. Yeah, you got content. Hit up Yup.gg.
Yep. You're gonna hear a lot of yup. I do this a lot. Like during my day, after my day. Yup.
I say you got. Oh, there we go.
If you want to make more money through gaming, create a profile, hit us up.
There, you got gaming content, hit up Yup.gg, right? Isn't that super cool? Like I like the StreamYard thing. It makes things a lot more like visible and stuff. Yeah, so Ray, so you gave a little bit. Actually, can you go a little bit more in depth or to what Yup.gg does? Because I still got I got to kill like 10 minutes of like introducing you.
So you want me to pull up the PowerPoint slides because I've been doing investor presentations all week. So I mean, I could just roll through it. I'm totally kidding. And I'll take you guys through the history. Exactly. In Tagalog, accurately.
Okay. So
troll.
Hello. So hello mga Pinoys, taga sa Pilipinas. Kung meron kayong mga gaming content or gusto niyo maging sustainable, gusto niyo magbuhay sa mga gaming content nyo, kailangan nyo magtingnan ng Yup.gg. Kasi si Ray dito, yung company niya, Yup.gg, is getting gamers paid for their content. So kaya kung gusto nyo maging professional gamers or make money with your gaming, kailangan nyo mag-check out ng Yup.gg. All right, there we go, dude. That's gonna be the whole show. You're gonna say something. Awesome. I'm gonna translate it.
Awesome. That sounds great. I don't know whether I should be paying you for this or something. We can talk later. I generally pay through beers. Yeah, that's how I pay people.
Dude. But you know, every time you come visit the Philippines, and Ray has a lot of artists in the Philippines. You might have noticed some of them, like Megan Young, who is one of the hosts of Quizmoco, is also a gamer and that gets money through Ray's platform. Maybe you want to do a quick high level, Ray, of how it works.
So really basic. There is no LinkedIn. There is no marketplace for you to sell all of your gaming activations. Also, I've been there. I understand how hard it is to even understand what to sell, how to price it, all that stuff. So Yup.gg is here as your marketplace. Think of it like Airbnb, but for gaming content, something like that, where basically we give you the template so that you can understand and list everything that companies will pay money for, sponsorships for your channel, sponsorships for your show, your clothing, product placements, everything. Lay it out for you. You fill out the profile. We bring in the companies. They search through. They find different activations, different people they like, and they hire them. So basically, you can use Yup.gg as your profile, just like LinkedIn would be or something like that. We take in all of your social channels, all of your gaming stuff, all of your previous activities, allow you to answer a few questions for polling, and we arrange it in a way that companies really like to see it. So we do all that hard work, all that translation for you, and we do it for just a small fee, just like an eBay or an Amazon or whatever. So if you want to make gaming content, if you have gaming content, if you want to be listed, go on to yup.gg, create a profile, and we'll take care of the rest. So super easy.
Okay, I'll translate that to Tagalog. So parang ganito siya, guys. Parang ano siya, parang catalog siya. Kung gusto niyo pumasok sa catalog, maglagay kayo ng profile, tapos maghahanap sila ng mga sponsors para sa iyo. You got that, guys? So she's gonna tutulungan kayo gumawa ng content, tapos pa-organize ng content nyo para magbabayad ng pera para sa content nyo. That's so easy. Hit it up. Right? Yup. I'm really good at this Tagalog stuff, dude. I'm getting
Sweet.
better.
I hope so. It's not like I can test you on it, right? So I mean, like, as soon as we get to like, okay, that was a translation. Either Angelo was selling you hot dogs or telling you about yup.gg. Either one.
Kung gusto nyo bumili ng hot dogs, punta kayo sa tindahan, tapos yung mga hot dogs, metaphor siya para sa mga gamers. So, yung tindahan niya, store ng mga hot dogs. Tapos magpili kayo ng anong hotdog na gusto nyo. Tapos pwede kayo mag-sponsor. I think I used yup.gg and hot dogs in a metaphor, but still explained what you were saying.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with dope. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Dope.
And if you guys also didn't catch it, Ray here is the former head of Twitch, right?
Asia Pacific.
Asia Pacific Twitch.
For Twitch.
So this guy knows what's up, and actually, this guy's been helping us so much with everything. It's kind of funny because, like, you know, now Twitch is kind of going into the lifestyle direction, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't comment much on the old company, but yeah, they have to, right? I mean, so basically think about it this way, which is Twitch has two ways to grow, right?
Yeah, my friend just got hired to actually head up their music stuff in
San
Francisco. Yeah.
Oh, which one?
Yeah. Allison.
Which buddy?
Allison Toy.
And he's working with Jimmy Wisenhunt, right?
It's a girl, Allison Toy. She used to head up 88 Rising, and then they brought her in to bring in like all the. She's basically helping out all the DJs get set up with.
Dope. Yeah. So that's always been big for Twitch, the DJ kind of world. They've always interacted well with that. So that's an easy kind of like side path in. But I have to say, it's just smart. Like, live streaming is about getting audience, making sure that you have as much growth as possible. And then, you know, we love it too, right? So we have DJs on yup.gg that play games because, you know, that's who gamers play with. That's what people want to see. Huge communities around it. It's part of the culture.
Nice. Do you have boomer video game talk shows on yup.gg?
I got to tell you, we got to get this up. We need to get you sponsored. I mean, now that you brought me on, right? Now that you brought me on, I got to hook up.
I'm all like, you see this hat? You see this hat?
I got to move into this. Yep.
This could say cat. This could say any construction company. This could be you.
Right. We've got your audience. You want old people with enough money to buy silly retro gaming consoles. That's this entire group right here. We can do this.
But I want to go beyond the gaming consoles. I'm just like, you know, I've always had a problem with like gamers, right? Because they smell bad, you know. But if you get this brand right here, you can eliminate it.
There it is. Dude. Degree.
FMCG.
Axe. We're looking at you. That's right. Degree Axe. You got to get on this right now.
I'm on FMCG. You want the late 30s Filipino market? I'm your dude.
Be on it. Yep. They smell bad too. Don't forget. Some late 30s people in the Philippines smell bad, and they need help. And Angelo is here to help them.
I could help them decide which one to get, because you want to get this one, right? Because you don't want to get the local one they sell here, right?
Why do you have that? Why was that at the ready?
Bro, this is imported, dude. This is from I don't know how the deodorant in Singapore is, but man, I can't deal with the Philippines deodorant because it stings, bro. It's like made out of half alcohol. You rub it. Yeah, it stings. Even the spray can stings, dude. I need this gel. I need this gel-like substance. So it's like a coating. It's like a lather coating, and it keeps me dry all day, dude. You know what?
We're gonna hit up Old Spice. We're gonna let them know Angelo's got you. But I actually agree. So I go back. I buy. I don't know how this ties into the show and retro gaming for boomers, but whatever. I go back and buy
everything.
Six sticks every single time I'm back.
Yes.
Because I'm like, well, I just can't get like normal roll-on deodorant. Yeah. I'm just like, why? I don't Also, I wonder how much of the deodorant actually hits like the problem area. Like, you know, I'm good at like the entire body is deodorized, but it's supposed to be relatively specific. That's what I'm aiming for, specificity.
Yeah, but
Translate specificity into Tagalog.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, specificity. I can't even say it in English, man. I can't translate
No, it's
it to
cool.
Tagalog.
It's cool. We got that.
Guys, shout outs to everybody joining the stream. Shout out to all user 3587 for sharing this thing. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to this on Spotify, this show is actually done live every Saturday 5 p.m. Manila time on the Kumu app. And if you guys don't know what the Kumu app is an app built by Filipinos for Filipinos with a bunch of Filipinos and more. And it's one of the coolest apps out in the world right now. If you want to hang out with a bunch of Filipinos, definitely download Kumu. It's free. It's fun, and yeah, just gonna enjoy it, guys. So, getting on to Ray. Okay, let's get into our topics.
We gonna do it?
Ready?
Let's go.
Boomer talk time, dude. So, Ray, where did you grow up, man? Where are you from?
All right, so I am from the rough streets of Westport, Connecticut. It's a leafy suburb just 50 minutes north of New York City. As you know, it is a huge, rough life. We had different types of gangsta moms. There were the soccer moms. There were some orange slice moms.
Yeah, the Karen gang?
They were the Karen light gang. So they liked to think of themselves as progressive because they're outside of Manhattan. I mean, there were a few black families in the neighborhood, a few Asian families. So they were more on that side of it. So we like to think of the Karens as Scarsdale, New York, or Greenwich, Connecticut. The progressive non-Karens are Westport, Connecticut.
Okay. But Karens, someone let you know. Yes. This is a great, fantastic item to buy your children.
Karen, is your husband smelly when you're going out being crazy? Buy him some Old Spice, and at least don't be crazy smelly.
All right. So you were a kid. You grew up. Are you more of an '80s kid or a '90s kid?
Well, I was born in '79, so
definitely
let's go
and '90s.
Yeah, mid '80s to mid '90s. So I made a lot of horrible fashion decisions as a child. That's basically where I lived.
Okay, but at least we are in the same era. Because I was born in '81, so we're not too far apart. But we were definitely in the same era of gaming, man. What was your gaming situation like out in Connecticut?
So growing up, it was arcade. So there was this place called Arnie's Place. Arnie's Place was like the super arcade. It's not the places that are shown in every single like Stranger Things 80s classic movie.
Is it like a Twin Galaxies type setup?
It was like a Vegas casino. Like is the only way to describe it. It was crazy. Like they basically had. Yep.
Yeah, it was like so. It was kind of like for us then. I guess our equivalent would be the Vegas arcades. Yeah. Would it be like that? Okay, cool. Yeah,
like it was.
Arnie's. I'm gonna pull up Arnie's actually.
Do it. Arnie's Place, Westport, Connecticut. So Arnie's Place was where we all went. And we had everything. So that part inside was definitely like a classic 80s movie. It was literally like the high school kids got the coolest new games, and like the middle school kids got like the just passe games. And if you were young, you were over playing like the hoop games or like Miss Pac-Man and stuff. It was crazy. There was a social ecosystem inside the arcade. So when we were just messing around before the show started, we talked about like, there's online gaming versus offline gaming. Let me tell you, you knew your place in Arnie's Place. You knew your section that you were allowed to play. You knew which kids could stack quarters, which kids couldn't stack quarters.
Wow.
Like you knew it was a thing. Like you had to claim territory, then you had to protect territory. It was basically teaching you about life.
Yeah, so it was very stratified. You had like the junior high kids were here, the senior kids were there. Like,
yep.
What was like okay? So like, what age did you first step into an arcade?
It's because it was so long ago. I'm gonna say 8. Yeah, I want to say like 8 years old, 9 years old.
That's awesome.
Super young.
And then, what was the first game you remember playing in the arcade?
Arkanoid. Like Arkanoid. Oh God, I just forgot what it was. What was the playing game? Not Galactica. It's Battlestar Galactica is the movie. I just forgot what the game was. Anyway, we're all the way back to like the Arkanoid days, like
Okay, I was
classic race car games.
I was trying to find what you call it, but I can't find
Arnie's Place. Arnie's Place. AR.
They have it here on YouTube, the good old YouTube.
It's gotta be.
AR
NIE. Yep. Place.
Yeah.
And then do 06880.
0680.
Yeah, you gotta put in the zip code. Otherwise, nothing may come up. Yep, 06880.
Oh, dude, you have zeros. Like I grew up in California my whole life, so it was like our zip code started at 9. That's like, yeah, dude. All I see is
this is just real estate. I don't think this is gonna give the fans what they want.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be I don't think there's a video, dude.
That's so okay. So it closed down right before high school. So I am ashamed to say that this place is so old that it is quite possible that it has never been recorded and uploaded to YouTube.
Okay, let's get into Arkanoid, dude. I'm gonna show Arkanoid. This is Arkanoid is on YouTube, dude. So
yes. This is esports. This is thrilling stuff, kids. Like, get ready. Arkanoid. People got in fights over this.
Arkanoid, and here we go. I have a Unilab commercial going. What?
Oh, paracetamol.
Unilab did not pay me for this.
Boy.
Unilab did not pay me for this. There it is.
Arkanoid.
Right. So Arkanoid, yes, guys. Let me make the screen a little smaller. We're just gonna have it running on the background for all you ADD people. That need like background. Man, it won't do that.
But this is great because kids are going to straight look at this and be like, I don't get it.
So this was your first arcade experience right here, bro.
In arcade, definitely. Yeah. And I used to be crazy addicted to this.
I can't even remember my first arcade game. I think it might have been like a Pac-Man or something. But I did grow up with a ColecoVision. And so I was really into Zaxxon and Zaxxon Q*bert. And Pac-Man. Yeah.
Q*bert's a classic, but were you Frogger on the IBM 286?
I played Frogger, but later. I never had a 286, but I grew up with a 386. That was like my first PC was a 386.
Well, you were 2 years younger than me, so that does kind of make sense. We're still in the same stratosphere, as in you had a super slow computer that had a dot matrix printer that if you had a term paper, you would start the printout the night before you had to hand it in because it took that much time to print out like 40 pages. Yep.
Dude, I blamed like my computer and then the internet. I discovered the internet at a very young age. I blame it for like my my half-assness in school because I remember one time I had to do a report on at the time it was called West Germany. Germany was 2 countries at the time.
Right. Some of you kids may not know that. There were 2 Germanys when we grew up.
2 Germanys at one point, kind of like how there's 2 Koreas right now. Yeah. Yep. And then so I was just like, Mom, I don't understand this. And she's all like, you know what? Let's go to your uncle's house. He has this thing that he says it could help you with your report. So he like took me into this thing. Then he took me to like some message board of something. And then he said, what's your report on? And I was like, West Germany. And he was just like, okay, here you go. And he like printed me out a cliff notes of West Germany. And he's like, yeah, this thing is called the internet. And
wow.
And then he's like, yeah, I use my phone line. It connects to this database thing. And you can pretty much get any information you want. And that was my introduction to the internet. It was a place to cheat on essays.
So Angela, I've got to ask you, because this is always embarrassing for all of us. What was your AOL email address?
Oh my gosh! I mean, my dad kept using it up until like 2014. Are you ready?
Yep.
It was. I'm just gonna throw it up here, dude. I'm gonna throw it. It was J1. Okay. This was it, dude. Hold on. I hope James doesn't see this because I'm gonna get in trouble. All right, ready? And my dad did not know what it meant. and he was using my AOL
No.
email address for like up to like until like 2014 or 2015. He
Oh,
was
that's
using
great.
Jizmatic, and then I had my gang, right? My cousin, my girl cousin, she was Ms. Jizz, and then
No.
and then we had Majistic.
Yes.
That was my AOL handle. I'm hyped for that one, dude. But the funny messed up part was my dad was the one that was using that forever. And
That's amazing.
After I told him, I was like, Dad, you need to get a Gmail. He's like, why? I use AOL. Because, you know, my dad's like, what's more boomer than a boomer? But my dad's actually a real boomer. He was born after World War II.
Right.
And he was just like, he's like, son, I don't know what that means. But blah, 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 blah. I was like, Dad, like, trust me, it's bad. And but he never wanted to get a new email address, so he kept on using that email address.
So I just sent you what mine was, which tells you exactly what year I basically got on AOL, because Big Boy RCC3 is a shout out to Outcast. I decided that the suburban youth that I was, you were
a gangster. You were in the heart.
That's right.
Of Connecticut. For Connecticut standards, you definitely.
By Connecticut standards, I was as gangster as Outcast down in Atlanta. This all makes sense. Trust me.
Big Boy RCC3.
You got to say it right. Big Boy.
Big Boy RCC3.
Yeah, you can't.
What's your ASL?
ASL. Good Lord. Oh man, old people's stuff is great.
Old people's stuff is great. All right, dude, let's get back to the arcades and these punk ass kids on the internet these days. All right,
so
but you know what? Since I can't find the arcade, I'm gonna pull up the arcade at where was that place? The arcade scene at on what was that movie with I can't
Ready Player Go?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh yeah.
Arcade scene in the beginning. I'm just gonna type in 80s arcade. So that this will set the scene for Ray. 80s arcade.
Let's do it.
Here we go. This is what an 80s arcade is like. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Ray. Okay, I set the scene.
Okay.
Tell them what it's about.
So basically, and that kind of anger, that kind of passion that you're saying, you kids don't understand that right there. Like where the joystick has to be pulled that hard.
Boomer talk. You kids don't understand.
Has to be pulled that hard. That is just to move. That's how we gained forearm strength back in the day. We just played video games with ridiculously difficult to move joysticks that oftentimes lost the direction for random reasons. No reason at all. Pac-Man was crazy when you couldn't move up.
Were kids allowed to smoke in this arcade back in the day? Was this a smoky arcade?
Oh yeah, adults would come in. Only the adults that you did not want hanging around kids would come in and smoke in that arcade, without a doubt.
Nice. That's add some character to it. All right. So at this era, I remember just kind of dabbling, played a couple of beat 'em ups. Played a couple of the Pac-Mans, the Donkey Kongs. I think because there was kind of after this era there was a clear dividing line in 1990, which was the Street Fighter, right? The competitive gaming. So the pre-Street Fighter era, what was your type of favorite games? What were you into?
So the key was I was getting dropped off for a while, so I wanted a game that lasted for a while. So I mean, let's see, I did Arkanoid. A bit of pinball, Altered Beast, if you remember that one. That was Sega days. NBA Jam, all day, every day. Let's see. I would do the car racing games, the motorcycle racing games, because that was the future, right? Where you were like, oh my God, I'm in a car. They're real pedals. This is crazy. So I did those.
In the Philippines, they call these things hulog piso, which means drop a piso. That's cool.
And then
shout out to Emma T's. We got some boomers in here. They're talking about hulog pisos in the Philippines is what they call them. We got some Big Doug fans from the Philippines.
Nice.
Hulog piso was only 30 seconds of gameplay though in the Philippines.
Oh, okay. No, that can't cut it. you've got to be able to get into like a Donkey Kong, a Pac-Man, something where you can just go and go and go and go, right?
Joust, we got some Joust fans here.
Nice
was
Joust.
competitive gaming.
Joust was real. Yeah.
Joust was competitive gaming, and then I think like so that was kind of like sort of like the gaming landscape until we hit about, I guess you were like 11 and 10, right? I was probably 10, or I was probably like 9 or 10. You're probably 12 already. When do you remember playing Street Fighter for the first time?
So Street Fighter is interesting, right? Because by then we had home consoles too. So when we got to the Street Fighter like era of arcade, this was suburbs. Come on, man. Our parents wanted us indoors. We had houses and stuff and backyards that needed to be mowed and whatever. So I remember it basically this way. I was arcade when I had Atari. Then I remember one Christmas. So whatever Christmas Nintendo, the original Nintendo Entertainment System came out, we got that for Christmas. So that was crazy. Like we thought that was just the best times ever in the history of life. Then I went Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Gear, because the portables started coming in. So I had Game Boy, Game Gear, and then we were talking about this before. The one that I missed, the one that made me feel like everything was wrong.
Did you have this one though?
I did not have Super Famicom. I did not.
I didn't get a Super Famicom until I was like, I got this about 10 years ago.
Look, when so remember we were talking about this. I was just like, man, the one that I missed out on, the one that I'm going to own now, because I missed out on it as a kid, is a TurboGrafx 16, which is an amazing system because it was actually still 8-bit. But what they said was basically the game quality and everything was like 16-bit. So they sold us a little bit of a bill of goods on that one.
Yeah.
But the other thing was, do you remember that TurboGrafx 16 had the console at home and it had those cards?
Yeah,
and then it had the mobile player.
I was so jealous.
I know. It looked so amazing. It was like, oh, I've got these big plastic discs that I got to blow on to make work and everything. And every now and again, the saves don't work or whatever. And TurboGrafx 16 just had these like credit card size games. And it was like, wow, they're never going to make anything more compact than that. And you were just blown away with TurboGrafx 16. Yeah. So TurboGrafx 16 came out, missed out on that, did Genesis, then got Saturn, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Then I took a break because I became an adult and had to work and stuff. And then came back in. I know. Remember when it wasn't cool to play video games and it wasn't a profession?
Do you remember this though, dude? Jeez, dude.
Oh man. Yeah. The commercials. Do you miss the commercials about gaming?
I miss gaming commercials, man.
Those system commercials. See, people are going to look at this and be like, what are you talking about? Like, first of all, how do you get your hair like that? That's the first question every time you see an old retro video.
Moose.
Moose. Yes, moose. Yeah. Don't say gel.
Moose is like the 80s. Gel was the 90s.
Look at this. How much more exciting. And then that's the gameplay. And look at the intensity.
Jeez. And then with the turbo buttons. If you can't win, slide the turbo.
Yeah. But dude, like think about that. Like these kids are like, you know what? In CS when I get on, I'm not sure that it's realistic enough for me. And remember when you thought this was like the height of graphics?
Look at that.
Like, oh my gosh, they look like real muscles.
Yeah, but look at that side by side comparison. You want to play Kung Fu like this, or you want to play Kung Fu like that? That's so tight, dude.
Oh man,
dude. Yeah, dude. Going from the Nintendo to the 16-bit era was like, I remember, like, man, like I remember my neighbor. He had the Sega Genesis first, right?
Yep.
And I remember like going over to his house. It's like, yo, we got this game, Altered Beast. And we were just comparing like our Nintendo to like the Sega Genesis, and you know what, we were all like, the graphics are so much better, but you know what makes Genesis really better? Look how much bigger their controller is.
Yes. 3 buttons, 2 rows. Like this is crazy. These guys have
my 8-year-old mind was just like, it's bigger. It's shaped like a dough of bread. It's like it's futuristic.
And then, oh my God! I forgot in college, N64, of course. How could I forget GoldenEye? How could I forget the game that broke up families and friendships? GoldenEye on N64.
But I never had an N64 growing up, so I went straight from the Genesis to the PlayStation 1. And
how? What happened?
What happened? Man, because at that time I was brainwashed. I was Team Genesis, and I was just like, I am never buying a Nintendo product because Nintendo makes like silly kids products.
Wow, and, you did that. You went all the way. Yeah, you were one of the hardcores. I see.
Yeah, I was
back when hardcore meant.
Like, I also got, that's around the same era where I got my 386 and my and then I upgraded to the 486. So I was really, I got really into PC gaming at into that era. And PC gaming for me was like, let's see, my favorite PC games at that time was like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, like Civilization 2.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah, you were doing it.
Yeah, so it was just like I was really into those type of games. Like I was really into PC games, and then I didn't switch over till one day my mom was just like, "Hey, I bought you a PS1," and I was just like, "Why? Okay, thank you." You know, I don't know why she it's one of those random things where your mom's just hella cool, and she's like, "I got you something," and it was a PS1, and then like,
see, that's hilarious. I feel like. And this is going to be boomer talk again. This is so boomer talk right now. I'm almost ashamed of myself for saying this. But do you remember the joy of like actually unwrapping and opening a cartridge, like a real physical game? You were like, oh my God, I'm going to be the first kid to ever play. And you were, because your world was what, 10 blocks big, maybe two towns?
All day, homie. Yeah. The Switch is the closest system that I have to that feeling right now.
By the way, they know what they're doing. There's no question that Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, it took them a while to figure it out because they dropped the ball on that Wii U.
I don't know. No, Wii U was awesome. What do you mean?
No, they dropped the whole ball on like marketing that Wii U, dude. Like,
that was bad. Yeah, I still bought it. Awesome.
You have a Wii U? I'm gonna buy. Wii U. Yeah, I'm buying a Wii U when I get back to the US because they're probably dirt cheap. I'll probably get one at Goodwill for like $50. That's
I would 50? No, less.
I don't know. Those things are kind of. I think
they aren't retro yet.
Yeah, but that's going to be one of those like rare retro systems because they sold so bad.
You know what though? We just need Japan to reopen because one of the reasons I moved back out to Asia was now I'm on the right. That got weird, dude. That went real dark, real quick, Angel.
I'll tell you my Japan game hunting story.
Okay, so we segued from used panties to game hunting in Japan. Do I want to?
No. That's where I got the used panties. Was at a game store in Japan. Because nobody would believe me that those things existed. And
no, they definitely exist.
Yeah, but most people don't believe you. Like most people don't believe that those things exist. So yeah.
Go ahead, Angel.
Yeah. I walked into, I was in Akihabara. All right. Yep. I was walking down one of the alleys, and Akihabara, like there's video game stores, but there's also kind of like there's kind of like knick-knack stores that kind of sells video games, and they sell kind of like other stuffs, right? So I walked into one of these like knick-knack stores that was kind of like, it was a store behind another store. Right?
Yep.
And then, and then they had like one of those like like organizer cart, like just those little tray carts, right? And I was going through it, and then next to it was like these envelopes, right? Then I looked at the envelopes, and there was like basically a panty with a trading card in there. And then I was like, there is no way anybody's gonna believe me that these things are. So of course I bought a copy of like I think I bought a copy of right here I got this game.
Please don't pull out the panties. Please.
No. Final Fantasy V. Final Fantasy V on the Famicom. Yeah. So I bought this for 100 yen. It was 100 yen next to the panties, which was like 500 yen, which is like about 250 pesos. And so I had those, and I was running my streams, and I was telling everyone, look at this. And there was one guy, I'm gonna name him. Brian Boogie stayed at my apartment, and when he left, the panties were missing.
Brian.
All I'm gonna say. I'm not saying he took it. I'm saying after he left, I could no longer find them. Brian Boogie.
And let's all say goodbye to Brian's pride. Brian, farewell to your pride. Angelo has taken it today on
And I
the Boomer
dropped my
Gaming
pride
Show.
long time ago. I bought used panties, dude.
You know what, though? You were in Japan. It's questionable
Yes.
as to whether that was right or wrong. It seems it's debatable, at least.
You know what? I bought it for posterity, so people. So I was
Research.
Like, these things, yeah, no, because
Yeah.
people just don't think these things exist, and I'm like, they do. Japan is really that weird.
Right. There is a reason you can find so many interesting, well-crafted, and well-preserved things in Japan. There is a mentality that you have to have in order to be able to do stuff like that, which means you got to take the weird and the fabulously weird with the arts, the incredible focus on artistry,
The
craftsmanship,
incredibly clean subway service,
super dope. Like
the fantastic food, the best convenient food store, or the best convenient, convenient food,
Yep.
or convenience store.
Convenience stores that sell foods. Yeah. So even and this is going to be boomer intellectual. So it's boomer intellectual time. We're going to up the level a bit. Kids, I paid a lot of money for an MBA to learn about this. So right now you're getting $30,000 a year worth of education on Usapan Retro. The case study for 7-Eleven in business school that you read is about the fact that 7-Eleven US got bought by 7-Eleven Japan, because 7-Eleven Japan, if nobody has been, actually serves great food. It's crazy. 7-Eleven Japan has no big gulps, no old beef jerky, no Gatorade, just wonderful food and drinks in a clean and safe environment.
Dude, they got the best like salmon there. They
Oh my
the
God.
best onigiri there.
Especially in that
the tamago
college
sandwiches.
trippy place.
Dude, the tamago sandwiches. Oh my gosh, they're so heavenly. I'm gonna pull it up. here just so you can see.
Do it.
You can see what a 7-Eleven tamago sandwich.
My first Japan arcade experience wasn't that long ago. So my first Japan arcade experience was Street Fighter IV in the Japanese arcades, and I thought this was great. I'd read about Taito Station. I'm going to go for the first time. This is going to be great. I'm going to go in. I'll play a few games. Maybe I'll beat some folks. Maybe I won't. Yeah, that is not how that went down at all. Like I walked in, I got wrecked, just straight up wrecked. And I had to inhale so much smoke because it was a basement and everything. And then I just got wrecked over and over again.
I want to go to.
It was humbling.
Right now. Philippine 7-Eleven is not like this, dude. Oh, look at that, dude.
Yep. Oh, the gummies.
Oh, dude, look at. Oh my God, look at the tamago sandwich.
Yep. Look at this. That's a real dessert.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I hate this guy. So much. I'm taking you off. Okay.
Nice. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Let's get into your arcade. So you got what game were you playing?
Street Fighter 4. Straight up. Street Fighter 4. And I thought this is going to be great. What great training. Because, basically, I thought I was good. I thought because I could beat people, other people like us. Yeah. Not even you. Other people like me, like sad, old gamers that don't play enough and don't practice, like those types. I thought I could beat Japanese Street Fighter players in an arcade.
What, were you guys side by side? Were you guys like
no
across each other?
Yeah, right? Straight up high score girl.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I love that
anime.
series.
High score girl. Straight up like that. Yeah. And it was man, it hurt. It just hurt.
I like the way they separate the arcades out. Like they have like the first floor will be like there will be a floor dedicated to fighting games.
Yep,
it'll be like a
that's
whole
right.
Floor, yeah.
And you can go back because I had to get away from the present. That's what happened because I was playing present with cats who grind, who are there to grind because they have wives that they don't want to see and stuff. Like that's what I didn't understand. There was an entire life to escape on the other side of the Street Fighter console. Like I'm playing for fun. I'm like the gaijin that shows up in the arcade and he's like, this is so great. And then I didn't realize that I'm playing against some dude who just went through a pack of Marlboro Lights and is avoiding life, like straight up avoiding life.
Did my camera stop? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're not there. I can hear you.
Okay, I think my camera, I don't know if my camera got shut off. Am I back now? I think my
You're
face
not.
is showing. Hold on, let me.
No.
Well, keep talking, dude.
Yeah, no worries. I can do this. Like so,
go
proud. I'm going to entertain you. For anyone new who's joined, I know there are a couple of new watchers. I am Ray Cockfield, CEO of Yup.gg. Go to it if you are any type of content creator in the Philippines and want to make more money streaming games or gaming content. And Angelo is completely gone, and now I'm full screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and take over the show completely, and
But you
we'll
can still
talk
hear
about
me, right?
things I care about. Yeah, no, we can hear you. It's all
Okay,
good.
cool. Okay, well, you just don't get my face, I guess, which sucks for you guys.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh, it's a glowing orb.
Oh, the glowing orb. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe my computer is my pewter is pewted out. Probably. Hold on.
It's possible.
I am run.
It's possible. What game did you play before this? You got to uninstall, reinstall.
No, I'm on my Mac, dude. It's not. There it is. Start web. Okay.
There it is. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Technologies. All right. So actually, I don't game. I'm a console gamer, dude. I only play consoles, bro. I like, you know.
We're going to Japan.
I also have this.
Nice. The SNES, and it's not. That is not a classic, right?
No,
that's actually a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, with a Chrono Trigger, one of my most valuable games. A Chrono Trigger.
Oh, there's a golf clap up for that one.
Thank you.
That one's solid.
Chrono. Yeah. I normally do show and tell, but I'll Ray's favorite game. One of Ray's favorite games.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm coming for it. Next time I'm going to Manila, that game is going to magically disappear. Dude, I apologize ahead of time.
We got to go to Japan. We're gonna find.
Yes, we're going to Japan.
Like, we're gonna find some sort of streaming related thing where we both have to go, right?
Well, yeah, and then we got to amazing race this, which is as determined by fans who can find the most interesting game and system that works. Like, it's got to be a hunt.
And I know where to find the oddest thing in Akihabara.
Yes. And we're going to have to set rules because apparently you don't know about lanes and staying in them. There are lanes, Angela. You got to stay in the lane.
I will find the most randomest things. Dude, you don't know how crazy I go in Japan, dude. Like, I get so bored. Actually, Meme's here. She just joined the stream. She knows what I was doing in Japan. Okay, so Meme and I own a bar called Boogie together, and we also have Black Market and a couple other bars, right? And we got invited to actually DJ this party called Bad Decisions in Japan. They flew us out to Japan to throw this party. And nice. So we started in Osaka, and then we went to their club in Tokyo, right? So we were there like for DJ. I was there with a bunch of DJs from the Philippines, and everybody was just like, everyone was just like, yo, we gotta hit up the clothing stores, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. And I dipped out, and everybody was just like, well, what were you doing the whole time? Like, I didn't hit one record store, I didn't hit any clothing stores. All I was doing was like rolling down the back streets and the alleys. I discovered this place called Denden Town in Osaka, just finding the most randomest stuff. Like, I'm that dude that's just gonna be like, I love that dude that's just like, oh, there's a train that goes there, but it's only 4 miles away. I'll just walk it.
Yeah, got it.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, I know who you are now.
I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. I'm gonna keep walking till I get bored.
So when we go, what you're saying is I gotta have like a kind of like low effect knockout spray, so that I can just put us in a cab and we go. And then when you wake up, we can be out of the cab already, and you'll be like, what happened? I'll be like, we walked.
I'm just going to tell you, I went, no, what I'm saying is I've walked all over Tokyo. So if we're going to have this contest, I know exactly where to go, not by jumping in cabs. I know exactly. I know the nooks and crannies of Akihabara. Like,
anyone who hasn't gotten lost in Tokyo, that's a life experience you're missing. You're actually right on this. The only reason that I know subways and stuff like that in Tokyo is because of business. Like, you've got to be places. But some of the best times of my life have been just going to Japan and just getting lost. Like, basically just being like,
wonderful city to get lost in. Like,
it's
there's
awesome.
So many cool places. Like, do you know about that? Have you been to like the OG Pokemon Center, like at Sun City?
Yes. Yeah. The big one.
Yeah, but have you been to that park? There's a park outside next to that Sun Center Mall.
And yes.
No, but it's at that park, like around like dusk, there's like thousands of cats, and people just go there to feed cats, and there's nothing but just cats running around this whole
yes. and to me that was just so. This is this wonderful, like, just sometimes you got to get lost. You cannot treat life like I've got to understand everything that I'm doing because it's safe. You just need to go to Japan and for reals get lost. Oh, you're gone again. There goes Angela.
I'm just gonna be a moving dot, dude. My camera is not trying to. My camera is not trying to do it right. I don't know.
All okay, right. Ghost of Angela.
Yeah, dude. Okay, guys, dude. Whoa, Ray, that conversation went by really fast.
Boy, yeah. I was about to say. So how many minutes do we have left? Do you have 4 hours? We can keep going.
We have about 10 minutes. I try to keep these things like short and sweet because it's kind of like the creative outlet. Because it's like our jobs are, Ray's out here running crazy companies. I'm out here trying to run an internet network studio with the shittiest internet in the world. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Yo, we should actually team up on something for
yep.
Yeah, if you guys in case you haven't heard, Kumu is one of the largest networks in the Philippines right now. And we should definitely team up on something for like a show. We got
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Let's highlight some games and some gaming talent together. Let's do some kind of mashup. Like we can become basically like the younger, more ethnic, like James May, Richard Hammond, Top Gear type guys. Like we could do this in a different format.
Well, do you remember G4 TV? I miss G4 TV, dude. Did you ever catch G4?
No. What are you talking about? What is this wonderful thing that I must look up?
It was like MTV, but dedicated to gaming.
No. How did I not know this?
Called G4.
American. How did I miss this?
Yeah.
It was pay TV.
It was on cable, but they had like shows on like the history of gaming, it's basically a gamers. It was MTV. They basically built a MTV like style programming, but for gamers.
Yep, we got to do this. All right, so I'm going to watch some clips of this, and then we're going to go do some field trips. We're going to get some regular shows. We're going to get some challenges from people. Let's do this.
Yeah, so this was like one of those shows where they had like the Tosh.0 type stuff going.
Right.
Hold on, I'm gonna throw it up because it looks cool.
It's 2013, so why am I not? Because
right. PS Dreamcast was like at its peak. This is like.
Oh, you know what, dude? I know exactly why I didn't know about it. I was in China.
Oh crap! What were you doing in China?
Business and stuff. Yeah, I was living in China in 2013.
One of my dream consoles is the IQ. Have you heard of the IQ?
No, I got to look this up now too.
Yeah,
you keep giving me new stuff,
dude. The IQ, because in China, Nintendo 64 never released a Nintendo 64, but they released this thing called the IQ, and it was basically Nintendo 64, but the games were built in, so you could get like an IQ with Mario 64.
Look at this controller.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull it up over here too, so people can check it out. The IQ.
Yeah, I mean this can't just be a conversation between you and me, wowing each other. That's probably not what the audience wants.
Yeah, this is like IQ N64 Japan, and so I have I have a couple of Japanese homies that were like trying to like get this for me, but I don't think they knew they were like, oh, that's cheap, and I was like, bro, no, I want an official one. And they're not cheap anymore, dude. Look how big that controller is.
Look at that.
Dude.
That's Xbox pre-Xbox.
Yeah, dude, that's the Duke controller right there, dude. Wait, we never got into that stuff. Oh yeah, competitive gaming, dude. All right, dude.
Were we meant to?
We were supposed to talk about competitive gaming in the arcades versus real life.
I think we did. I think we got it. We talked about it for like 2 minutes, and then we started talking about the wonders of everything in life.
Hello, Ella Santos. Thank you. This is why I really like this show, and I like doing this show because it's like I could actually just like let loose and just talk about my passions.
Definitely.
So this is like so this is cool. I'm gonna remove this guy right now. But yeah, is there anything else we got about 5 minutes. Is there anything else you guys wanted to cover? Anybody in the chat? You guys have any questions about that you want to ask some Tito Boomers about? If you're asking about my camera, it's because I don't know what the hell happened to my camera. I just turned it off because it stopped working.
I didn't tell Angelo, but
what's
totally booby trapped his camera.
Okay.
Perfect.
MZ wants to know what YupGG is. Tell him what YupGG is.
MZED. It is not a live streaming platform, but I used to work for Twitch. I ran Asia Pacific for it. So Yup.gg is the marketplace for monetizing gaming content. So anyone who makes gaming, streaming content, published content, anything, all the way from an individual streamer on Facebook or Twitch or a VOD creator on YouTube, all the way up to like Fox Networks and ABS, CBN. We take all that content, we organize it, we make inventory from it. Your profile is basically like your LinkedIn for gaming, and we help you monetize. So we find brands to sponsor you. We find other users to sponsor your channels, product placement in your channels. Basically, we're here to make the gaming ecosystem more money.
There you go. I think I got you 2 new gamers that are signing up right there, dude.
Do it.
There it is, guys. You have Lester, aka Triskelion Jones. You got MSD. What's going on?
I'm subtle about my branding.
Yeah. Yup.gg. Hi, Yasmin. Yasmin, you're a gamer. Oh, Pumbahira is also a gamer. Pumbahira is also a gamer from the States. Pumbahira. Oh, dude. YupGG. Go visit it, guys. If you guys are a gamer and you guys need to get paid for your content, please hit up yup.gg. Yo, hey, get your servers ready, bro. I just did a drop. Get your servers ready.
Oh, you know what's hilarious? You just said that. We just signed up, I think, around 4,000 gamers in Vietnam.
Yes, 4,000 gamers in Vietnam. Dude, what's the scene in Vietnam like, man?
Oh, Vietnam's crazy. They're League of Legends. So we help manage a team, Marines, that has gone to the World Championships. They went to the World Championships last year. They were the first team, I think, out of Vietnam to go to the World Championships. Their season starts today. So we created a new program called Nations. And what Nations does is it allows any gaming content creator, esports organization, team, individual, whatever, with a large audience to sign up all of their fans and audience to yup.gg. And when brands come on and they love you and they sponsor you, they can also sponsor micro campaigns for your fans and audience to spread the word in social media and everything. So you can actually power your audience and make money for them, which is pretty cool.
Pumbahira is asking if yup.gg is an agency.
No, we are not an agency. We are not a streaming platform. We're not an OTT platform. We are literally a marketplace like Airbnb or Amazon. Only the inventory is all of the sponsorships, advertising, marketing, content that you guys want to sell. So we do not conflict with anyone.
Yeah. So basically, it goes like this. I am, I am Jollibee, and I want to tap, and I want to reach gamers. I would go to yup.gg and be like, hey, I really want gamers to talk about my new product. What are the things that we could do? Then YupGG has an interface that goes like, okay, you could tap these gamers. These gamers are available to put in these type of product placements, these type of spiels, these type of things. And basically, they're more of the interface to deal with gamers. And so you don't have to, you can go direct to gamers and you don't have to deal with like all the different managers, all the different agencies and all the different stuff. It's basically the direct contact to the gamers. Not a middleman. It's the
infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you have a manager, you can tell them it's perfectly safe. We honor the contracts of your management agencies, but the key is this. You need to manage and monetize your profile. Nobody cares about you as much as you do. So we make it really easy for you to learn what you can make money off of. Then we standardize it. We make templates for you and we post it to the public. And the public is all of the brands and media agencies and big companies that want to hire people for their campaigns, commercials, social media blasts, everything. So we are trying to make it so that as much money as humanly possible worldwide is dedicated to gaming, because this is the biggest market right now. It's crazy. The brands don't spend hundreds of millions of dollars every year direct on the content creators for gamers. Like, that's nuts.
I'm like this, guys. Because San Miguel is missing out, right? Because right now I am thirsty. Shout out to my 16,000 viewers. I am thirsty, and this could have been a San Miguel beer.
Could have been. San Miguel, go to yup.gg, sign up for a brand account. We will hook you up with Angelo. Don't worry, prices are good. We'll be able to hook you up with maybe a little discount. I happen to like San Miguel as well, so remember to send cases, cold cases.
Man, I can't wait till we travel again, dude. Like
We
I'm
have
gonna
to.
love. Yeah, I want to meet up with. No, we didn't get to meet up. Did we know each other last? No, we didn't know each other yet. Last time I was in Singapore. But
No, wait, we did, but we had just met. So
yeah,
it wasn't the kinship that allows one to say, let's
yeah,
go and do something stupid together. Like
yeah.
we hadn't gotten there yet.
Cause like, did we ever tell you the story of like how we got interest from like a lot of the major VCs in Southeast Asia?
No.
Okay, this is I'll end with this one. This is a fun. This is why knowing about retro video games will help you in life. Okay, so of course, how Ray was saying that retro game or not retro, but gaming is a huge push, right? So the company that led our Series A, they're called Open Space Ventures, right? And they were like, hey, we really want to meet you guys. Can you guys fly out to Singapore? We're gonna have all our the portfolio companies plus their I forgot what the term was for their investors. Everyone was going to be at this big open space conference, and basically, the topic for the conference was how to penetrate gaming, right? And we all flew there. It was kind of like this interview thing. Like everyone was kind of just hanging out, right? Like they're like meet so and so, meet so and so, meet so and so, and then but we weren't part of the portfolio yet, right? So we
Right.
were like. So we were kind of like we were kind of like dating open space, right? But Rexy and Roland had to like go off to meet another potential investor, and they were like, "Hey, Angelo, can you go hang out with these guys, right?" And dude, so basically they took all these investors, right, and they took them on a tour to go to the history of video
Nice.
games. Yeah, so we ended up going to this university, right? And they had a video game museum at the university, right? And it's so inside. So the guy that was doing the tour, he was just kind of mumbling stuff, right? But I'm like pulling up this console. I'm like, oh, this came out. This is so important. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like talking to I was like talking to these guys, and then I was in the elevator, with one of the guys, and he was just like, hey, what's up, man? So which portfolio are you from? And I was just like, oh no, we're from this company called Kumu in the Philippines. I was like, are you into gaming? He's all like, yeah, we invest in some game companies. And then I was all like, oh, cool. What kind? He's all, are you familiar with Tencent? And I was like, yeah, very familiar. And it turned out,
Yeah, little bit.
yeah, and the guy I was talking to was the head of Temasek.
Yes, of course you were. Why would
Yeah,
you? He's like, have you heard of China?
yeah.
It's a large country and an economic power.
Yeah. Then I also met like the Singha family of Thailand, and
Of course you did.
then a couple of like yeah. Then we had this crazy the New York Stock Exchange was telling us, hey, when you guys go public, please open with us at the New York Stock Exchange. It was the funniest thing, dude. But it was the funniest like it was like yeah, that was my funny Singapore conversation. I wish I had known you there because I would have been like, yo, bro, you gotta come check this. You gotta come check out
Yeah,
this room.
it would be cool to meet the Tomasic folks. That definitely would have been a good room.
Yeah. No, we sat in this room with like I think probably close to $1 trillion worth of money,
Yep.
and it was like really funny because like this guy Hyun Go, he was super cool. Yeah, I'll tell this story. So he was just like, hey guys, we had the food prepared. This is the winner of like the Iron Chef Asia. He's making some buns for you guys.
Right.
Please enjoy some buns. And we're like, oh yeah. So we're sitting here like eating these like gourmet buns, and we're like, and then next thing you know, he's all like, hey guys, I have a friend. I wanted him to tell you his story to help you guys get inspired. And he's all like, do you remember the kids that were stuck in the cave in Thailand? And they're like, yeah. It's like, this is the man that rescued them.
Right.
It was so
Of course it
crazy.
is.
Yeah. So it's like me, Roland, Rexy, and Andrew are just sitting there like, what are we doing? This is like the craziest thing.
And what's hilarious is basically you were getting groomed. Like you were just getting groomed. Am I part Filipino? Pambihira. No, I am not, but I am part pretty much everything. So I get confused for literally everything worldwide. I am the 23andMe test that me and my family did. Angelo, you'll love this. The
Okay.
23andMe test that we did, I thought that there was like a mistake because we basically got a heat map of the world. And that's all it was. It was just lighter and darker colors. and we hit everything. So I am not, which is easier to name, I am not South Asian, I am not Siberian, and I am not Australian or New Zealand.
Damn, mate.
That's
that
it.
Sucks.
No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. I feel pretty good.
You're not part Native Australian. Damn, bro,
No, they never got to Australia. So you know what the sad thing was? I had to turn to my parents and be like, parents, what happened? Like, you've got to explain this to me, because I understand that sexual attraction is a real thing. Like, that's a thing. But how did we end up getting people who hate each other to decide to have sex and produce family throughout the course of history? And then what, did we get lazy and decide that Australia was just a little too far? Like, what happened? Like,
it's a little too South Asian though. I think everyone's a little South Asian.
Everyone is no. I mean, my entire life, like, you know, the U.S. So you know, in the U.S., I'm black. Like, nobody cares what kind of black you are. You're black. You're just on the lighter
white.
scale, right? Exactly. I was the cappuccino as opposed to the mocha. That's all it went. And then we when I got out to Asia, a lot of people thought I might be like Indian or something like that. And you know, I didn't know. I grew up in Connecticut. There weren't a lot of Indian people, so that was new. So when I got out to Hong Kong, you know, I got a lot of languages spoken to me with perfect confidence that I was part of their tribe. And it's hilarious because after all that time, it ends up South Asian is the thing I'm not. Like, that's the thing I'm not. I'm Southeast Asian. I'm part Chinese, apparently, but I'm not South Asian. So if you take everyone in the planet, again, except for Australia and New Zealand, because they're just too far, man. It was just the boats didn't make it, is what we're saying.
You even hit like South American, like you have some Argentinian in you.
Again, it was a heat map. So apparently, like, we smashed up and down every continent across. So I'm North African. I am all Africa. I am all Western Europe, North America, Central America, South America, Southeast Asian, Chinese. Somehow got up into, you know, non-specific.
Yo, I got you a new streamer, bro. Pumpy Hero is interested. Yo, just hit up yup.gg. Just go to yup.gg. It's all there, bro.
Yep. Sign up. Really easy. Yeah. In fact, if you have any problems, just hit up info on it. It's super easy. You know, go to yup.gg, hit sign up, and then just at least link one social account so that we can collect all your data, give it into a report that brands will be interested in. Worldwide, doesn't matter. We will tell you that most of the money that is coming in for gamers is coming from Asian brands. So if you're in US, if you're in Canada, if you're in Europe, no worries, sign up, and we'll see. Eventually, we'll start expanding. Do it. Angelo, you didn't sign up? You're going to have me on the show and not sign up?
Dude, I didn't know. I just started. You know what, dude? One thing about quarantine, it's like I finally got off my ass and made a show about video games. Like, I didn't have the show about video games before.
That's true.
Yeah, because normally
quarantine.
I'd be out there with Meme Gomez. We'd be in the bars drinking. But since we can't do that, I was just like, you know what, dude? This is my new outlet. I'm gonna talk about my weird fetish of old ass video games. Like, you know, damn, dude. Like this. So shout out to quarantine. This is why Usapan Retro exists, guys. Shout out to quarantine.
Shout out to quarantine. Shout out quarantine. If you listen in quarantine, if you're in the chat.
Yeah. Not that COVID, but shout out to quarantine.
Drop a note, quarantine. Drop a note, COVID-19. Also, coronavirus. Drop a note. Like, donate. You know, we know you got money now. You've been everywhere. Don't try to act like, you know, you're regional. You're not. You're international. We know. Yeah.
My voice is low? Oh, okay. Well, we're at the end of the stream already anyways. What is... Check. Is it working now? I don't know. I think we're done, dude. Ray, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. But I may be hearing you from, you know, StreamYard or...
Oh, yeah. Like okay, it's better now. Guys, technology, internet in the Philippines, I don't know where it's going. Hopefully it gets better, guys. I had my fill with the internet in the Philippines the past 2 days. Yo, Ray. I'm gonna get what's his name? Julius, right? Is your dude out here?
Yep. Let's get the noobs.
Yeah, Noob. We're gonna get Banoobs up here. Do you guys know who Banoobs is? Banoobs is like the dude holding down the fort in the Philippines. I think I'm gonna try to hit him up, but I try to mix it up. I try to do like a dude, then a girl, then a dude. So does Banoobs? I'm gonna ask Banoobs if he could find somebody on the female side that can co-host with him, so that way
Nice.
we could mix it up. Because I noticed that if I put a female on my YouTube covers, it gets more clicks. Like the most clicks I got is the one with my girlfriend on the cover.
You mean that the combined handsomeness of you and me will not drive YouTube people to click on a video? I am shocked and appalled. Shocked and appalled, sir.
It's too much. They can't handle it. They can't handle all the poggy in this stream right now. They cannot handle all the poggy and video game sweat in this stream right now. There's a thing out here called Killy Power, Ray. And the only thing that fights Killy Power is this thing, right? And
Old Spice. I knew you were going to bring it back. This is the signs of a great comedian here, folks. This is it. He introduced it, he reintroduced it, and then he brought it back around.
We're gonna export this, Ray. This is gonna be my calling card to brands on yup.gg. All right.
Do it.
We're gonna.
This is great content. This should be one of your highlights. I rep brands well. Look at what I did for Old Spice. How authentic was this communication? It was crazy authentic. This is exactly what Old Spice needs. Old Spice needs you, Angelo, not the other way around.
Because I am old and I am spice.
Spicy. You are spicy. I've been around you. You are spicy, my friend.
All right, let's end it there. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ray, for joining me. I hope you had fun, guys. Everybody on the stream, thank you guys so much for dealing with our reminiscing. Gamers, pro gamers, I hope you guys are happy that you learned about yup.gg today, because if you're putting content out there about gaming, you need to be getting paid. I just found out that a boomer video game talk show could get paid, and I'm going to sign up for an account today.
Seriously, if you hold up deodorant for free again, though, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Every single broadcast from here on out, you've proven your worth with men's deodorant.
It's like this now. It's like this. You want to remove this? It's going to cost you this much.
Oh, that was 5,000. Wait.
What? That's 5,000 pesos I just made. I'm signing
$5,000.
$5,000.
USD, bro.
I'm signing up for yup.gg right now, guys. Dude. I'm signing up right now. I think I'm going to become a full-time streamer on Kumu.
Let's do it
on Kumu, YouTube, and Spotify. Yeah, don't forget, Usapan Retro does have a YouTube channel. You'll see the replay for this up there, and we also have a Spotify channel as well, because we can.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Angelo. And we have to go to Japan when this stuff opens up again. Yeah, it's a thing. It has to happen.
Yeah, for sure. I heard the internet's good out there, so I'm definitely going to be live streaming this thing.
It's a little bit. They know a little bit about technology there.
All right. Well, I don't know about that, but as long as they got the katsu sandwiches, I'm with it.
Oh, we're gonna get some. We're gonna eat. Like, if you guys aren't ready for a mukbang stream, don't tune in. It's gonna get ugly. We will need Old Spice as a sponsor.
Thank you guys, for everybody watching live on Kumu. Be sure to check out yup.gg. Check out Usapan Retro on YouTube, Usapan Retro on Spotify. Come join me and talk about old school video game stuff every Saturday at 5 p.m. Philippines time. Thank you so much, Ray. Any last shout outs or anything, or are you good?
No, I'm good. Just hit up yup.gg. You have any questions, hit us up on the socials. Hit us up on anything. We're getting going. So anything is helpful. Don't be shy. If you think it sucks, tell us how to fix it. If you think it's great. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Cool. And Angelo, thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks, man. All right, Kumu. See you guys later.